Discourse Duo Podcast. We have yet another fun thing to talk about.
Hopefully.
I think.
There's definitely some humorous things in it once again.
Maybe.
This week we have, what's one thing you didn't think you liked until you tried it?
Oh.
Yes.
Yikes.
So it has some stuff that it's like your normal stuff, and then it gets a little funny.
Funny? Like funny? Funny business funny? Or
I mean...
chuckle funny?
Like clown funny? What are you trying to say?
Like clown funny? Funny hee funny ha.
Funny hoo. So the first one was working out and eating healthy.
Okay.
It's really funny because then it like divulges into the comments of like, you must have just turned 30. And then it's like, no, actually I'm 26. Oh, that's crazy. I didn't start working out until I was 23. And it's just like age real. It's just like a bunch of freaking workout people. Okay, whatever.
Hate those people.
Yeah, I know. Obviously. Next one, Brussels sprouts. Remembered not liking them as a little kid. Was stoned and hungry one night at my parents' as a teenager, and all they had was frozen Brussels sprouts. I just boiled them and ate them with salt and garlic powder. Wasn't bad. Tried them again properly, sauteed and seasoned. Fucking love those things now.
Wow. Okay.
That's a full turnaround.
That's a full turnaround.
I have had Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
Not as a kid, though. It was never like something in my house. But I've had them as an adult. By somebody who I feel was cooking them correctly.
Okay. Yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah. I've had them. I used to like them as a kid. I think I used to ask for them. Is what
Really?
my mother says. I cannot remember this.
Okay.
It could have been like a one-time thing, and then like
Blown out of proportion.
it's been the thing, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Apparently,
lots of Brussels sprouts.
like bacon and Brussels sprouts, like cook it with it and stuff. And,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I mean, if you cooked Brussels sprouts in bacon fat, I would probably like it.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, you can cook anything in certain stuff and it just naturally tastes good.
The flavor is there.
And
right?
I feel like Brussels sprouts is similar to like mushrooms where it just kind of like takes on the flavor of whatever is powerful next to it.
Yeah.
So it just tastes like a really weird bacon.
This isn't Brussels sprouts, but for you, like spinach.
Oh, I love spinach.
But you used to not.
I used to hate spinach.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I'm talking about fresh baby spinach.
Yeah, yeah.
Not like the canned crap.
Sure. Yeah. Well, you don't like consistency stuff.
No.
Yeah.
That's all. Popeye can keep it. I don't want it.
Popeye can keep it.
Now, this is a very common one, which is sushi.
Oh, okay.
I feel that a lot of people have either expressed to me that they don't want sushi because they don't like how it smells, looks, or whatever, or that I used to not think I would like sushi because, and then I tried a California roll and it was delicious, and I want to be like, that's not fucking sushi.
It's not sushi.
It's like,
It's American sushi.
it's like
California roll.
it's like sushi light.
Yeah. I've always liked sushi.
I cannot remember a time frame when I did not like sushi.
Yeah.
But there again, rice, yum.
Yeah.
Seaweed, not bad. And then fish.
Yeah.
I mean, what's not to like?
What's not to like about any of that?
Yeah.
Put it together.
And then if you start doing like some of the tempuras and stuff like that, I mean, it's just like deep fried meat.
Yeah.
I'm game.
And sometimes people say they like sushi and that's what they mean, you know?
Yeah.
And like at least they're willing to go with you to the restaurant and do that.
And that's fine.
You know?
Don't get me wrong. Like, I think I used to be more of a tempura kid, but then I'm super like simple.
Right.
Give me like tuna rolls are my favorite thing ever.
Sure. Yeah.
Mostly because they're cheap. Salmon rolls, same thing.
Yep.
As far as like fancier rolls, I think the craziest one is I do like sweet potato rolls.
I've had one of those before.
Which is crazy because it has sweet potato and cream cheese.
Right. Oh yeah, and you don't like
And I do not like cream cheese.
Interesting. I didn't know you liked cream cheese in any of the rolls. Yeah.
That's the only one I like.
There's got to be another. We got to find another.
I'm sure there is, but the only one I've ever tried that I liked. I think it's because it has to be it's a ratio thing, and those taste together just like work for me.
Got it.
But yeah, no. So that's a big one. Sushi.
Sushi. Okay.
Another person put Brussels sprouts. Again,
Popular.
yeah.
Huh.
It says especially when they are fried in an oven with olive oil is how they prefer them.
Okay. So for the fat, basically, is what they're saying.
Once again, hummus as a kid looks like nasty poops. Tastes pretty good though.
I think the taste part is questionable. I think it's tolerable. I think it depends on what accompanies it, like what type of bread or pita or type thing. That's what makes it complete for me.
Sorry, I just read the reply that I had not read earlier, and it said, I read that as humans. I need a drink.
I read that as humans, hummus. You just grind them up?
Just one bite at a time. Didn't like them as a kid.
Yeah.
Didn't think I'd like them.
That human paste.
Yummy. I think it's time for me to taste hummus again.
Okay.
I've tried it once before, and I was like preteen, teenage level. And you know how picky I was back then. I had a very, very unsophisticated palate.
Sure.
Which sounds really conceited to say like, I have such a sophisticated palate now. It's just I've tried way more things. And
Sure.
I know what I like. And I feel like with the right... I think that with chips, I might be like, But if I had pita bread, I think I'd be 100%.
I agree.
Warm pita bread.
If you tried it with chips and vegetables, probably not, like carrots or celery or something like that, like hummus. Like, not as the trying it again.
First one. Yeah. I can see myself graduating to that, though.
Right.
Because
But
you
warm
know how much
pita
I
bread?
love cereal.
Warm pita bread?
Celery.
Warm pita bread, you'd like hummus all of a sudden.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, pita bread alone, I would just deal with it just to eat the pita bread. This one, I'm sauerkraut. Didn't try it until I was somewhere in my 40s. Could kick myself for missing that deliciousness for so many years. Sauerkraut, no. Like it's the smell
hot dog
makes me crave a brat. Because I associate the two because of places like Sam's Club or Lowe's or, those types of shops where you would go out and they're cooking it.
Yeah.
But not because I want to eat it. My mom likes sauerkraut.
Yeah. I don't know. That's the only thing I like it on. I think it's the only thing you eat it on.
That's a very common thing. I can't think. Well, any type of sausage usually.
Yeah, right.
Well, in my house, we eat a lot of different types of sausages. So it's like you could put it on a lot of different things.
Sure.
Normal people don't just like have kielbasa in their house. That's a normal thing in mine.
Right.
But yeah, no, it's just, I don't know. I feel like the consistency, because like that flavor profile with the crunch and
you don't like no kraut for you, huh?
No.
Figured
I don't even know what sauerkraut is.
Figured you'd be a kraut kind of guy.
I know, because I'm a German Jew. I get it. Yeah. What I don't know even what it is.
Why would you say that?
Because I know you.
That's so disrespectful.
To say what I am?
To associate with those things.
To associate with what I am? So racist.
Oh, you're terrible.
I turned it back on you. See how I did that?
No.
What is sauerkraut?
It's sour.
Is it just like a cabbage or something?
It must be. I have no idea.
Yeah, like I don't know either.
I'm not a huge fan of it either. But on a hot dog, for some reason, like a Sabrett hot dog or something like that, great. Yeah.
So this one, it kind of makes a little change here.
All right.
Anal sex.
Oh, a little different than sauerkraut.
Yeah.
Unless it's a slang name, like saying slang term.
I'm pretty sure that's not
Cool kids say.
Not what that one was.
No? Okay. Anal sex. Okay. All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Next one.
No comment on that one for you, huh?
Nope.
No backstory there?
Nope. I just thought it was funny as hell. That's where we jumped to.
Yeah.
Having water instead of pop.
So it goes from sauerkraut, anal sex, to having water instead of pop.
Yep.
Okay.
It went back to being Midwestern.
I see that.
Yeah.
Pop.
Yeah, pop. There we go. Here's my thing. I have a big soda right here. I feel like I have such a love-hate relationship with water. Whereas in typical water, I don't care for. It's just, Typically, for me to enjoy water, it has to be like below 0 freezing level, like cold. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
it's turning to ice currently.
All right.
Or Evian.
Thank you.
That's one of the nicest things you ever did to me.
You're welcome.
You
I introduced you to Evian.
me to one of the most expensive and hardest to find waters. Thank you.
Yeah, and like gas stations.
It's gas stations. It's so fun. If I see it, I buy it. Like that's how like. Oh God, they actually have it.
It legitimately tastes better than any of the like metallic tasting.
I have never
waters.
tasted water better than Evian. I think that my second place water is Smart Water.
That's a default.
But that's only because I can get it everywhere, and it's almost always 2 of like the decent sized bottles for 4.
Right.
And that's just a good deal.
Yeah.
My jewiness comes out with that one. That's what makes it taste good.
There's going to be people that comment, "Oh, Voss," or "Oh,
Dude, don't give me
overrated.
That freaking glass thing doesn't do shit. Fiji sucks.
Yeah, food. Yeah,
I mean, don't get me wrong. They're all better than
Dasani or
Dasani.
Aquafina. Or
Aquafina is also horrible.
It's all crap.
What's the one that's from right around here? Zephyr Hills. Also, not a big fan of.
See that
It's
that
the
one
better of those 3.
Yeah.
But it still sucks.
That's like my default option because it's available.
Yes, it's readily available. Yeah. Next person. Cottage cheese looks like bird poop, tastes like cheese. That is the worst slogan to make somebody want to try it.
Not the spokesperson for
That really shouldn't be how that was put on. Yeah.
Cottage cheese is not something you would like. I don't think, because of just consistency
issues.
And it doesn't taste really like cheese either.
That's what I've heard. I heard it tastes more like sour cream.
A little bit more, yeah. But if you take that and put some type of like fruit thing mixed with it, it ain't half bad. It turns into like more of like a dessert type.
I will say Kelly makes a chicken something dip that has a lot of sour cream in it that is to die for.
Yes, I know that.
It is the best thing that I've ever fucking tasted.
Yeah, it's good.
And she one day she told me, just try it. And I did. And then she was like, this is what's in it. And I was like, cool, never tell me that again. And she's like, why? And I'm like, because I do not like half the freaking ingredients she was put in that.
Right.
This is good, but I now need to forget what's in it for me to still be able to enjoy it.
Right.
Because now when I take a bite of it, I'm going to be searching for those individual flavors.
Right.
And you're going to ruin it for me.
Right.
So.
Yeah, like a good buffalo chicken dip.
It's a buffalo chicken corn dip. I think she has corn in it too. It's freaking delicious, whatever it is. Like, I haven't had it in like 6 years and I can still remember how it tastes.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's really good stuff. Greek food. Oh, what a fool I was.
That's fun.
Besides, okay, I'm gonna say something that I feel might be stupid, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Gyros is Greek.
Yes.
And so is falafels?
I don't know if falafels are classified as Greek, or at least it's not like.
So I'm not a fan of falafels, but I love a good gyro.
At least not like only associated with.
Okay. Because I there was a time frame in my life where everybody in my household, except me, and it was like 7 people. It was when all my nieces and everything lived there. All freaking went crazy over falafels. And I was the only schmuck that was like, I'll just have some pita bread. Because I'm I don't like that shit. It tastes gross. But you freaking get me some nice sliced lamb and I'm like,
yeah. Gyros I really enjoy. I had one the other week, last week.
I haven't had one in probably a good year.
Yeah.
Mr. Gyros is still like right there. It's just that it's not conveniently on my path. So
yeah, I've had a lot of Greek food. I've had my fill of Greek food. And I really enjoy Greek food.
Just remembered.
Yeah. So
that's funny.
Very familiar. But I've had like authentic.
I've had a lot of Greek food.
I've had authentic Greek food. So yes. Anyway.
Next person.
Anal sex.
Funny you should say.
It's funny.
No, it's hot yoga. And as per the norm, anal pulverization.
I'm sorry. Are those two separate things? that you just said one after the other?
I mean, there was a comma.
Oh, it was the same post?
Same person. Hot yoga, comma, and as per the norm, comma, anal pulverization.
That person too.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Comment from other person.
Okay.
Both at once, if possible.
Wow.
And then the original poster commented again, stating, "We got ourselves a downward facing dog." It was a moan into downward facing dog. That's how it was spelled out.
Oh, thank you for interpreting that properly.
No problem. That's what I'm here for.
Wow. Thank you, Internet.
Yep. Next one. Getting eaten out. By God, I've been missing out.
This is a female.
I'm assuming it's a little female icon, and it's pink_croissant.
So, okay. Pink croissant.
And that's her name.
Ha ha ha.
All
right.
Next person. Taste of pussy. I was so wrong.
Those two people should get together.
They should really like hook up because they're the two sides of the same coin.
Right. Pink croissant. And then Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, other guy over there, should get together.
All right, so I got a couple more, and then I'll end it. Because once again, there's people, literally 2 people are currently typing as I speak on this one.
People like this one.
Oh, I have only been giving stuff from the past 5 hours.
Oh.
It's hilarious. Mushrooms. Ran from them for years until one day I tried beef stroganoff. Didn't even notice them until I had eaten a full plate. Now I use them in basically everything I cook. Sometimes ignorance is not bliss. Mushrooms are the bomb.
Interesting. Okay.
I will say I had a similar situation with mushrooms.
Okay.
Never wanted them, never liked them, never wanted to be near them.
Until you had a mushroom Swiss burger. And it was all
No. Surprisingly not.
No.
It was sauteed mushrooms on top of a steak.
Similar.
Meat
and mushroom.
Yeah, but ground beef versus, prime rib. Not prime rib.
So you had a good first start.
I did not eat it on prime rib. Let me just clarify that. Oh, my God. It was a ribeye. Sorry.
Mushrooms on a prime.
Because when I think prime rib, I think like Golden Corral. And I just want to clarify that I'm not fucking eating a Golden Corral.
A mushroom sauce, maybe?
Oh,
I don't know.
But yes, one of my favorite things to eat now is a mushroom Swiss burger by far.
Yeah. Okay.
And the last one I'll finish off with, and this is just because I feel like it's prudent. Crocs.
Yeah.
I was one of those haters who refused to buy those ugly things.
Yeah.
Became a lifeguard, and somehow all the water shoes were uglier. Anyway, I have so many pairs now. Almost everyone I know hated Crocs too and swore they would never wear them because they were so ugly, and even made fun of me when I turned to the dark side. Every single one of them has a pair of Crocs now. My boyfriend, my boyfriend's mom, my sisters, 4 of my friends, and they all love them.
Yeah. Yes.
I figured out in there because you yourself have turned to the dark side.
Yeah. I think I hated them because we were supposed to hate them.
Yes.
Everyone's supposed to hate them.
Well, in fairness,
they are ugly.
There was a particular type of demographic where we are from that were like the first wave of people wearing them.
Early adopters.
Thank you. I could not think of the term. Yeah. Thank you very much. And those are people that we typically didn't associate with and most likely made fun of the most.
Probably.
Ag people.
Sure.
Just good old boys type situations.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't part of like our group was the Crocs. We were more of like sandals and sneaker guys.
Sure. Yep.
And we're not like slide sandals either.
No.
We don't have a slide sandal group.
Toes.
Yeah. We're old school.
Yeah.
You keep trying to tell me these Crocs are nice.
So now I have like 3 pairs of Crocs and they're great.
Right.
Great.
Don't get me wrong. The kid, she has 3 as well.
Yeah.
She has some white ones. She has some pink ones. And I think I don't know if she has these weird like space ones or if those are her mom's. They're the same size now, so it's hard to tell. All I know is that by their door, there's like 6 pairs.
The only thing stopping me from not ordering you a pair is really understanding what you'll fit in.
I have no idea because don't they have like weird, just like
I don't know.
No, they don't. They have regular shoe sizes.
It
I just don't
depends
know what
on
my
the
shoe is.
style Croc.
That is also
I
true.
have one style that's runs too small, and I don't wear it because it's a little cramped.
Okay, no joke.
Yeah.
I was ignorant on how many different types they have.
Yeah.
We went shoe stopping before this previous school year because she wanted to get another pair.
Right.
And oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't know how many different types there are for little boys.
No,
But
there's
for
tons.
little girls, there's like 10. And it's like, holy
Styles
crap.
and then colors on top of that.
And then different styles have colors that are exclusive to that style.
Yeah, it became a thing. I don't get crazy with that. I just like the basic ones that are comfortable. And
It was a whole thing.
Yeah.
Luckily, the kid isn't like, she wanted a particular color. And then we found out that color didn't come in that style. And she was just like, oh, that sucks. I'll get these ones instead. And it was like,
easy.
Thank God.
Right.
It was like, yeah, I'll get pink instead of cotton candy. It's okay.
Sure. Put it in sports mode. You're good to go. That's it.
I think part of the problem, too, is that some of the people that I've known that were big Croc supporters in the past were just so cringy with how they talked about them. And like,
It's part of it. Right.
yeah, you know what I mean? It was just
Yeah.
like, I don't want to deal with these people.
It's the people that say, you got to do this. You have to get these. It turns me off a little bit to them.
Yeah, it's the anti-mob mentality shit.
Sure.
So that, that we both have.
Yeah, you more so than me.
Oh, much more.
Yes.
Because you can't be part of it as much because then you'd be following somebody. So
Yeah, exactly.
I get it.
Exactly.
But no, like I said, there's tons more, and they get raunchy.
I bet.
I really thought it was funny how some of these things just went like, bam, okay, right back to food.
Right.
And then bam, and then right back to food. Wow.
Bam,
Sorry.
and food.
I'm scrolling and I'm like, butt stuff.
Oh.
I was like, oh, Italian food, cheesecake, sucking titties.
Such a variety.
The single player campaign of Titanfall 2. What the fuck is that there?
Wow.
And then femdom porn. Yeah, so it's just the pegging, coffee and wine, not at the same time though. It's just really funny. Sour cream, scallops, eating ass.
You could put all that in the same
Sucking
sentence.
dick, and now I love it.
Good for you, Mike.
Pegging again.
Huh?
Nice try. Artichoke pizza.
Yeah.
Brussels sprouts. Dude, a lot of people did not like Brussels sprouts. Line dancing. Okay.
Nah,
That's a cool thing.
I guess.
Yeah, sure. So,
Yeah. For me, I would say raw onions. Like now I like everything on. I used to have hamburger. I just want cheeseburger, but now I want everything on it. I want everything on it. What? Why? What? What are you snickering about? Can't even talk because you're just giggling like a schoolgirl.
so funny.
What thing can you relate to?
This is 2 things that make me laugh.
I want to hear it now. I didn't before,
Okay.
but now you're a little girl. You are like a child. And you can't talk.
Okay.
I don't like you at all.
All right. Penis. Period. Was hard against it until my girlfriend cheated on me and I gave up on girls for a bit. Penis is lit, bro. And then right underneath it, getting fingered in my ass while getting a blowjob.
Wow, you really turned dark here. Talk about hamburgers and you're just talking about penis.
I don't know what you were saying because I started looking at that. Okay, I'm just going to turn this off because I'm going to keep seeing stuff. Are you talking about raw onions or something?
Yeah, go fuck yourself. It's really what I meant to say. That's really what I wanted to say.
Oh my God.
First of all, I was against it, and now I'm like, really, go fuck yourself.
You know, that was funny. Oh my God. Penis is lit, bro.
That's similar to that other post that we were reading.
Of course,
off camera.
we were not recording. Oh
Yeah,
my God. I'm
yeah.
sorry. It wasn't even the sentence that got me. It was the lit, bro.
Yeah.
Is what made it so funny. And then right after that, I just looked down to see if there was a response, and that's when it was like getting fingered in my ass. I was like, what the fuck?
Like, people they're on the train.
Oh,
One guy would comment on that and say he did not like it.
it was a bad experience. Holy moly.
That's funny.
Oh gosh. Oh, and I can't use any of that because of the content.
Yeah.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
TikTok would totally ban me for that shit.
You're banned for life.
Oh gosh. They yell at me all the time. Anywho.
Anywho. Anyway.
Yeah, so like so you were saying like legitimately, you were talking about you started to put more like veggies on your burgers?
Yeah, anything like that. I used to have everything plain. No, I'm talking about everything though. Like,
Oh yeah.
I never wanted
I lived that life, don't worry.
just give me the plain like meat, cheese, and that's really
Bun.
it. And
Yeah.
bun or meat, cheese, and
That's-
rice or
That's how I used to order my burgers.
Right.
I want meat, cheese, and a bun.
Right.
Nothing else. And they would still fuck it up.
Right. Now I just order things as they come or they're supposed to come. So
Right.
all the accoutrements, all of the like lettuce, tomato, pickle, onion, like, yeah, throw it all on there for me.
I will say that the majority of the time I don't do that. While I have found in more recent years that I do liked the smallest amount of tomato. I still don't like it on burgers that much. But if I'm getting like a wrap, usually it's chicken based, I'll go ahead and let them put the tomato on it.
Yeah.
But I can't get past onions. That's a straight consistency aspect. The other day I got like one of my Whoppers, and there was a big old onion in it that I didn't notice. There was one onion, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But I took a bite of it. I finished the bite, but it was just like, yep, I can't.
Yeah. See, I like it now.
And even though there was like the lettuce was right there, so you would think it'd be a similar thing. It's not. The only time I like onions, not the flavor, but the actual physical onion, is onion rings, which makes no effing sense.
No, you fry it like everyone else says. You fry it like Brussels sprouts and it's good.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. You have an aversion to sauces. I used to not want sauces on stuff.
Yes.
Now I just order it as it comes. Now I just order stuff as it's supposed to be, you know.
Yeah,
I'm fine with it.
I think what it is that it's particular sauces because it doesn't make sense in certain regards because almost anything that has to do with like any type of like Spanish food, I don't really have a problem with like any of the sauces that come with that.
Okay.
And almost anything that has to do with Asian cuisine have like no issues with the sauces with those. It's all of the normal.
It's the cream-based sauces for you.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. I don't like if it's like water and it's supposed to be like a dipping like soy sauce, for example, I'm fine with that.
Sure.
But if it's like ketchup style where it's like almost like slime in my brain,
Okay.
like consistency,
Maybe
you know what
the
I mean?
Ooze.
Like an oozy type thing.
Right.
Ooze.
Yeah. Not for
Can't
you.
do it. Can't do it. I don't like ketchup. I don't like mustard. I don't like mayonnaise. Trying to think of the other like main ones like that. I feel like there's one more.
Sour cream.
Well, yeah, but so. But yeah, no, I don't care for those at all.
Yeah. Mayo.
No.
Mayonnaise.
Is it different?
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing, right?
You say the whole word though. It's even better, right?
No, it's not. It's probably more gross.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ew. Trying to think if there's anything. Mushrooms are probably the biggest change because I put mushrooms in everything now.
For me,
Yeah.
not food related. Anime.
Oh yeah, hardcore hater.
I wasn't a hardcore hater. I just didn't like it. I didn't see the appeal, is what it was.
Okay, let me clarify. Hardcore hater towards me, not towards regular people.
No, that's just... There is a particular nerd thing that I will probably never do.
Oh, no, you'll play D&D eventually.
I will not play D&D.
Yeah, you will.
I don't know about that.
Because you've already agreed to a certain aspect of it, first off. And second off, that will be your gateway.
My gateway is drinking Capri Sun.
I'm telling you right now. Because you've already agreed to help me with beta testing some stuff. And then...
No, I'll do that, but I'm not going on a full campaign or whatever you call it, and I'm not...
Oh, I think that's part of the thing, is that I think you actually will enjoy it. The biggest thing that the biggest thing that holds you back, or holds me back from getting you really into it, is just that we don't have the bodies nearby of the right personalities to make it to where it would actually be a fun campaign.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's why, like I said, I'm going to use you for testing stuff.
Listen, I celebrate you and your decisions and your hobbies and the things that you like to do fully, and I support them. And I actually like hearing about it. And I encourage you to continue to be good at what you do and what you like. I'm not there yet. And I
know you're not there
and
yet.
I don't know if I will be.
What it really comes down to, because you enjoy the story,
I like playing make pretend.
you enjoy the game aspect.
Yeah, I like all of that.
You enjoy the whole like cleverness aspect of it.
Yeah.
The problem is just the method of how it's done. And I totally get that, because it's very difficult to kind of like understand, how is that actually fun?
I like brainstorming in a room about these things and like the creation of.
Right, which is why and I think that's what the gateway is for you.
But the doing it, to actually like, all right, here we go. We're going to sit down and get my character, and I have my character, and
Once
this is what
again,
you do, and this is,
I'm
going to roll now. I'm like,
All it would take is for a table to be set up and you to not even sit at that freaking table. You to sit at the couch and watch 4 or 5 people play that you actually know in person, and you'd be like, yeah, I kind of want to play now. Once again, good players, good personalities that you would get along with.
okay.
That's what I think it would really take.
I'm not denying that.
Right, I know.
We just haven't had that opportunity.
It'd be very challenging.
Stars need to align.
Because do I think that you would enjoy going to a comic book shop and playing some D&D with the random people that show up to a comic book shop to play D&D? Hell fucking no. Yeah. You would rather stab each one of these people in their freaking jugular, because they are the reason why certain games have bad reputations.
Probably good intentions, but
absolutely. Every 10 people that show up to these types of places, one of them is that bad person.
Oh, God.
But it can ruin it for you.
Sure.
Because there's people there that are just 100%, hey, man, let's just have fun. Let's do this. I'm into this portion of it, or this portion, or this portion. And then there's just that one person.
The better, like the guy who knows more about it.
That's usually the person that's most annoying.
Yeah.
But what ends up happening is you go to these places, and I mean, you've heard me talk about this before. Like, you end up finding like 2 or 3 people, and you're like, hey, you ever heard about playing online? Cool. This is where we play. Cool. I just need to get a couple new players.
Got it.
It sucks because it's much better in person. But yeah.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Listen, I'm not denying that.
I know.
I agree with that.
Hey, I've been working on this new map thing that hopefully by the time I get back from GameholeCon that I'll have like done, and then I'm totally gonna have you do it with me.
Okay.
It's super, super cool because it's a yes, there are dice being rolled, but it's a randomization of world building down to like, what the actual like shapes and everything are, to like pantheons. To
you told me about that. We've gone over that.
And it gives you an excuse to work on drawing. So it's a win-win.
All right. But anyway, anime is something that I just didn't care for, didn't see. like the appeal. And when I say anime, I mean like some more of the like serious animes, and not like Pokemon and
not the
Dragon Ball Z, like the cliche American recognized stuff.
Yeah.
Right. So, and the most recent one is One Piece, that like you've been talking about. Like,
I
you enjoy
told you about it a lot.
Yeah.
But I also, I have never told you to watch it.
You told me that you said that I would like it.
I said that you would like it, but you'll probably never watch it because it has over 1,000 episodes.
It's intimidating to get into.
It's very intimidating. But as you see now, once you pop, it just can't stop.
A weekend and 140 something episodes later.
Yep. It's more than that. Because it was 61 episodes and 74.
Okay, and we watched some before.
So we watched them today too. So you're like on like 140 or something like that.
Yeah.
Of 1,076.
Yeah.
So, it's still not a lot.
Some room to grow.
You're good though. You're on the grand line, buddy.
I'm on the grand line.
Look at that. There you go. Yeah, anime is a tricky thing. I feel that, and we even had a conversation with this on our old podcast, that anime is for everyone, but you just have to start with the right anime to get into it.
Yeah.
If your first anime experience is a bad anime experience, it's really difficult to, unless you're trying to become somebody who likes it, it's really difficult.
Now, there was anime that I watched that I didn't really know what anime was. So, like, Rurouni Kenshin, like...
Oh, yeah, like Toonami stuff.
Like Toonami type stuff.
Rurouni Kenshin's the shit. Yeah.
It's anime, like, 100%. And
I still have never seen all of Rurouni Kenshin.
Really good. Like, so that's one of them that, like, yeah, I will still watch today, and enjoy. So...
Did you like Yo-Yo Hakusho with me, or no?
No.
Not
to say I don't like it. I wasn't the one.
I don't remember, because I know there was another show that we used to watch. I just don't remember what it was. I know we watched
Inuyasha.
That was the other one that we watched a little bit of together.
Yeah.
Because there was a few shows on night, and you never stayed up late enough to watch like Lupin the Third, did you?
Nah.
Oh, classic.
No.
Good stuffs. Basically, thieving shit.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
excuse me.
After you sneezed.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
We'll segue, and it's a great segue. Okay. Because
you know the best segue? A segue.
Not a fan.
Never tried it. Paul,
but it'd be
scared me.
Perfect for you.
Okay. Because I don't have to move.
You don't have to walk if you don't want to. You could just get on it and go. You know why I think you wouldn't like a Segway?
Why?
Because you'd have to like pick it up and put it in the back of your car when you're done with it. If you're like going somewhere with it.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, like that. Doesn't sound good to anyone.
No.
No one who would want to ride a Segway wants to be responsible for transporting the Segway unless they're on the Segway, right?
Yeah, that doesn't sound pleasurable.
Segway would be great for around the neighborhood to get the mail. And then back.
I mean, even I'm not that lazy.
Right. I can agree to
now, if I lived on some property, that's a whole other story. Where if it was like, 3 acres to get to the mailbox.
And you could afford the Segway.
Exactly.
I'm throwaway toy to just go
I
do that.
I might make a nice little brick path for the Segway.
That's funny. All right. So this thing I have next this is just a list of 10, but we're going to probably think of some other ones ourselves.
Fair.
10 live action cartoon movie adaptations that actually worked.
Oh, so these are the good ones.
That's what they're saying according to MovieWeb.
Okay, I have no knowledge of who MovieWeb is.
Me neither.
So this is a brutal test for them. This is
we
a do
are
or die.
Going in blind.
Are we starting from? Are we doing like 10-9?
10 to 1.
Perfect. All right, give me number 10.
I don't know if I agree with their order. Let's see. 10. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, 1990.
Okay, I'm mildly upset.
It's number 10.
It's number 10.
It's on the list, which is good.
It should definitely be on the list. It should be top 5, but okay.
It was good. That probably introduced people to Turtles
Did.
who didn't watch the cartoon.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Really good.
Also, people that, like myself, that didn't even know that it was a comic book either.
Oh, yeah. 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 So, Jim Henson worked on the molds, made the cast for the whole bodies, and then they did it in latex, so it was more posable, movable. But yeah, I mean, honestly, even to this day, it's cool to look at. Does it stand up to like modern stuff?
The first one?
The first one's good. It's the eyes that
Hold on. I was like, hold on. Don't you hate, bro?
it's the eyes that sometimes throw you off a little bit. But like, honestly, I watched it recently. If you get a good HD version of it where it doesn't look like it's super old, it's good.
I've watched it in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
I've also watched the second one in the last 5 years.
Not as good.
Not as good.
Yeah.
But it's kind of good when you know more. Like the kid in the second one, I'm pretty sure is either Donatello or Michelangelo from the first one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was the one in the suit.
That's funny.
And then he graduated to outside of the suit. Ha!
That's funny.
I think like Corey Feldman was like one of them.
I don't remember.
I feel like he was Donatello.
Second one, I can't tell you how long it's been since I've seen that one.
Was it something the ooze?
Thinking Power Rangers? Ivan Ooze? No.
No.
I know what you're talking about.
God. It's a horrible movie.
That one was not good. All right, number 9.
Sorry.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas, 2000.
Okay.
You have an opinion on this because you don't like Jim Carrey.
I don't like Jim Carrey, and I also don't like The Grinch.
Right. But if you just look at it in terms of visually.
I will look at it as popularity from the normals.
Sure.
And every normie loves it.
I think it was good. I wouldn't say I love it. I think it did a good job of adapting a really weird thing into a live action thing.
I will say that I feel that most people would probably put it in their top 5 Christmas movies. I said most people. I didn't say us.
Yeah.
I think the only sidebar for maybe later, but let's go over our top 5 Christmas movies later.
Okay.
I feel like we're going to agree on one of them, and it's probably number 1 for both of us, but that's probably the only one we'll agree on.
Yeah. I think
right. You know what I'm talking about. So we'll come back to that. We'll come back to that.
Number 8, Masters of the Universe, 1987.
Fuck you.
Dolph Lundgren.
Dude, I have never seen that. I've only seen bits and pieces, and it's what's his name plays Skeletor that's in like every freaking weird underground movie.
Yeah.
And like, I can't imagine that movie was even remotely good.
People liked it.
I guess I've only seen bits and pieces, but Dolph Lundgren at that time frame, dialogue must have been amazing.
I mean, no, he looked amazing in it.
I bet he freaking did. Did he have the crappy haircut? I don't remember.
He had the He-Man haircut.
He had the He-Man haircut.
Sure,
but he had the freaking He-Man body too.
Yeah, he looked just like He-Man.
Oh gosh, now I want to try it though. I want to give it a shot. We got to look it up somewhere.
Just like He-Man. That was 83. The cartoon only lasted 2 seasons itself.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's also that new one that's extremely.
Yeah, I tried to watch that. I haven't. I'm on the first episode. Put it that way.
I haven't even powered it up.
We'll see.
Number
7. We mentioned this character earlier. Popeye, 1980.
Okay, real shit. I may have been with a fever, but I've watched that movie like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Always when I was sick, though.
That's funny.
Because I've never seen it not on TV.
Right. Yep.
And it would always be like one of those, I was like laying there and then like on AMC or something, it would just pop up. And I'm like, why is Robin Williams? What? And just super confused.
Yeah.
But it's a pretty decent flick, man.
I think
he does the voice.
Yes, he does. I think for an adaptation, phenomenal.
Yeah.
If you look at the characters and who they cast for all of them.
Look at the material.
Perfect.
Like, it's not going to be an Academy Award winning thing. Although I bet you it won something for costumes. I bet you it was nominated at least. Once again, sidebar, we'll look it up later.
A lot of supporters, looks like. But
how many of those
say
are just
anything
Robin
about
Williams
awards
stands? You know what I mean? Like, not trying to hate, but
even Olive Oil looks like
Oh no, I'm just
boy.
talking about people who are saying positive things. It's kind of like The Dark Knight.
Oh no, this is something that this has been like people liked and thought was great that he did a good job in way before his death.
Really? I always thought that people kind of like looked down on that movie.
No.
Like I said, just I that was what my assumption was. I didn't have.
Well, it failed at the box office,
right?
I think, but in critics, but like it's one of those
it's cult classic,
favorite type cult classic movies, right?
Most
of these,
I agree with most cult classics.
I think He-Man probably failed at the box office.
I cannot imagine it did not, because it was
campy and cheesy. And,
they literally set it up for a sequel that then never happened.
Right.
And if it sold toys, it would have happened.
Right. All right. Number 6.
Yep.
The Flintstones, 1994.
Okay, that movie sucked, but I enjoyed watching it.
Me too.
Rick Moranis.
Yeah.
Classic.
Both the casting was great all the way around.
The sequel was horrible.
The sequel was horrible considering the first movie wasn't amazing. But the first movie at least gave you somewhat of a plot with characters that you recognized, casting that was perfect. Like it was a good adaptation. Good movie. I would say, well, hold on. I would say it's as good as the cartoon.
Right, which is
right.
Entertaining.
Yes.
Same thing. I like the Jetsons, but it's not a good show.
They never made that one live, did they?
No, they did not.
That'd be good.
I think the Jetsons has more.
It'd be cool to see.
I still want to. Do you remember that one episode of Harvey Birdman?
Yes.
Where the Jetsons have to try to walk.
Yes.
That little tiny thing. It takes them like a week. One of them dies. They eat Astro.
Yeah. All right.
Sorry.
Next.
Oh, Harvey Birdman.
Eon Flux.
No. That's where I draw the line.
2005.
I don't know if it was a good rendition or not. I just know that was a shitty movie. Were you with me and Rob?
I don't remember when or how I watched that.
We watched Eon Flux before it came out on a employee screening at the downtown Disney. So it was just me and Rob then.
No, I didn't.
Because he had a friend that was a employee there. So we got to watch it with them. And so it was like 2 or 3 days before it came out, back in the time frame when this was like a big deal. And it was like, oh, this is so cool. And it was so bad.
Yeah. Okay. Number 4. Speed Racer. 2008.
Best fucking movie you've mentioned so far.
It was good.
That is still probably one of my... That's probably in my top 25 movies of all time.
Now, would you consider Speed Racer an anime?
Yeah.
Right. So a lot of people say there has not been an anime live action adaptation that's actually been good. Because a lot of this came up because of One Piece and the Netflix show and that kind of thing.
Probably one of the only ones.
A lot of people don't like this movie at all.
What?
There's hate because...
It's like the best rendition of the freaking characters.
I think so.
Once again, notice John Goodman's in it.
Yeah.
I'm noticing a trend here. He likes animation.
It's true. Yeah. It's good. The casting was great.
I wish that kid did more freaking good movies.
Yeah. The animation, awesome. Real stylized, but
the stylization was so good. The freaking
for an anime, perfect anime.
The desert race.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Super underrated. I think it was too weird for the general public.
Yeah. I remember us going to go see that movie. West Oaks.
It was good. And it is good.
Yeah, that one stands up. Graphically, it stands up. As somebody who is a freaking CG snob,
yeah,
I have rewatched it in the last 2 years because I was bored. And
yeah,
the CG stands up.
Yep, I watched it recently too,
and it's insane. I mean, it's Wachowski's, so what do you expect?
Right? Yeah.
Well, there again, I saw the most recent one that sucked.
Oh, come on, man. Didn't suck.
The nostalgia was great. It was wonderful. Everything else about it sucked, especially the choreography, the fighting,
the choreography.
The story.
It didn't check any of those boxes. I don't think the story was terrible. I think the choreography was lame. I think the characters didn't have development. I think
the reason why I didn't like the story is because the story was obviously it belonged on Oxygen. That's what I'm trying to say.
no, they were trying to right every wrong that finger quote wrong that they were fan servicing. Mm-hmm. That's basically what it is. That's all they did. So
Yeah.
It wasn't groundbreaking at all. And so that's the problem because they're known for groundbreaking.
It was.
And nothing that happened in it was groundbreaking, aside from some of the little fun meta stuff that they tried to put in there with like, that part of the story was good. We're talking about the Matrix movie, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Whatever the heck it was, the newest one was called.
Resurrections.
Resurrection. You're right. Yeah. Because they brought it back from the dead.
Yeah. But like the fact that they made him like a mental patient and they had him under control and how they were doing that. And like, it was, no, you're just a creative guy. This is your video game. It was all a game kind of thing. Like,
well, that's also a social commentary on how people now are diagnosed with things when they shouldn't be and over medication.
But like that part I thought was clever.
It is very
good
clever.
Story. How the story progressed and then all that, then it turns.
The fact they brought MPH into it, hands
That was
down,
great.
100%. Love it.
Yeah.
Like the way they used him as a villain, loved it.
Yeah. But groundbreaking, that's the problem. They're known for groundbreaking, and that wasn't groundbreaking. So, all right, number 3, Transformers, 2007. I think the first Transformers movie did
good.
great for adapting a kind of corny cartoon, you know?
For the whole jazz thing.
There was things about it that weren't great. But when you look at the movie as a whole, and like, if you're taking a cartoon and making it a
Shia LaBeouf. I would not say his prime popularity.
Yeah.
He became a much better actor.
Yeah.
Megan Fox before she was weird. When she was just attractive.
Right.
Yeah, it was a good movie. It really is. I enjoyed that movie.
When you watch it again, though, you see how Michael Bay it is.
Yes, you
do.
You
see like, oh, how much slow motion can we put in a movie? Slow motion and explosions, and that's a Michael Bay movie.
Yeah. Tyrese was in the first one, right?
Yeah.
Tyrese and the other guy that I can remember his name.
The
2 soldiers.
I don't remember. I have to see that movie again. It's been a while.
I know they were in like later ones, but I just don't remember which ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I will say that. And technically speaking, isn't Transformers an anime? I don't think that's American. I think that's Japanese animation.
But I think you're right. But it was very much stolen, I want to say. Like,
I want to say it's
rebranded and made.
It's the original footage, I believe, is from over there. But just like Power Rangers,
right?
This was the American version of it.
Yeah.
Okay. So that
I don't know.
I don't know if that counts.
But I know Hasbro has them and branded them forever, I think, right? So, all right, number 2.
Okay.
Scooby-Doo, 2002. A lot of mixed feelings about this one because I had a connection to Scooby-Doo cartoon itself.
I was a very, very big Scooby-Doo fan.
Doer? Yeah.
So Cartoon Network multiple times did like 72-hour long.
I've watched those.
I watched it and recorded it on VHS. I have seen, at that point in time, I had seen every single Scooby-Doo episode / movie of like the 5 different versions of the Scooby-Doo show they've had, you know, Pup Named Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo, Where Are You, all the other kind of shit. Loved Scooby, but Shaggy was like my dude.
Yeah.
Go figure. I love what Matthew Lillard did with him.
Sure.
I also love that he then took over for the actual voicing of both Shaggy and Scooby now.
That's cool.
Never really been a fan of Freddie Prinze Jr., but then he became Star Wars, and I was like, okay. That was way later.
He didn't become, like, he's been the biggest nerd. He just was like closeted.
The problem was he was pigeonholed as something that he was in Hollywood at that
popular
time.
Guy,
right.
Good looking, but that's like not who he was.
No. He's one of us. But that movie was also the first time that I saw the actress that plays Velma.
Oh, okay.
Who I thought was, and still think, is just one of the most beautiful women ever.
Sure.
And then they had that stupid schmuck as Daphne, the Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Sarah Michelle Gellar. But I think she was a good Daphne.
She was a good Daphne, but I don't like her. Period.
It was just her celebrity.
Her celebrity was
anything,
perfect,
but it didn't do anything
movie.
For the movie.
It got people to pay attention to it.
It got her career
but it got the
worse.
wrong. But the problem was that both her and Freddie Prinze Jr. had a certain type of people that watched them, and those were not the kind of people that were going to like this movie.
Right.
So it brought too many people to the movies that were going to hate it regardless.
That's why it's a better movie when you watch now than when it came out at the time.
Yes, but I will still say I had mixed feelings, but I did like it.
Yeah, they did a good job. The biggest controversy was like how they were going to do Scooby, the CGI, type thing and all that stuff. I remember. So
doesn't hold up.
That's the problem.
The other thing that really made me angry, I'm very much in the minority here. I'm fully aware of this. I love Scrappy Doo. He was my favorite character, and they made him the fucking villain.
Yeah.
Very angry about that.
I never cared for Scrappy.
Everybody didn't care for Scrappy.
I wanted to punt that little thing.
Everybody loved Scooby. Everybody loved Scooby Doe and Scooby D.
Right.
Everyone loved all them, but no one likes freaking Scrappy. I love Scrappy.
Yeah. I was indifferent to Scrappy until they started to jam down your throat. I'm like, all right,
power,
get
bro.
this little thing
Love
out of
that
here.
Little fucker.
Yeah, that was the only cool thing he ever did. Yeah, you're right.
It was a freaking brave Scooby, bro.
All right, so.
All right, I'm really interested what they think number one is.
You will not agree with this, in my opinion, but maybe we will. Garfield, the movie, 2004. Do you want to know why I think this is number one? My opinion. It's because Bill Murray. For some reason, there's such a cult following for Bill Murray. It's like...
He only said yes because of the director's name.
I'm just saying, I think that's...
The last name for the director is Cohen. And he thought that the script was from the Coen brothers, and he'd always wanted to work with them, so he said yes before reading the script. And then once he read the script, tried everything he possibly could to legally get the hell out of this crap movie, and could not. In doing so, he delivered one of the most apathetic and bored performances of any actor, and yet, because he was playing Garfield,
it worked.
It fucking worked.
They tricked him, and it works.
He played himself.
Yeah, pretty much.
I still
did
that movie.
And it was successful at the box office. And
decent.
I think maybe this is probably what they're going off of.
Yeah,
box office success.
The fact that Ninja Turtles is 10 and that is 1 alone.
Yeah, I know it's wrong.
Horrible.
Wrong.
Not real. Fake news. 100%.
Oh, that's great,
dude. Speed Racer is so much better than almost everything on that list.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh gosh.
So on that note, right, there's been a lot of this lately. Cartoon or anime into live action.
Yeah.
And there's a handful of them that arguably, I think, tied to nostalgia or how much you actually love the thing that they messed with.
Right. So they tried to do what's that stupid anime? The one I hate. Cowboy Bebop.
Oh yeah.
I know every freaking American nerd loves that stupid freaking anime, but it's the most overrated shit in my opinion.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
I find it just straight droll. But the show apparently was moderate. The Netflix rendition of the show.
Sure.
A lot of people that I watch that do like film stuff on YouTube, just because I watch a lot of stuff like that for to learn how to do things. Broke it down. Were like, why this was not successful, and a lot of it turned out to like just the way that the anime is shot versus the way that they shot the live action, and it made a lot of sense. They shot the live action like it was a regular show, not an anime.
Stylized anime.
Stylized anime.
Right.
And I think that if you compare the style of how the shots are lined up to how the more recent rendition from Netflix of a live action adaptation, which is the One Piece,
right,
how those shots are lined up, they were in this situation much, much more aware of the original intent and footage. And in some cases,
there was some sequencing.
It was shot for shot.
Yeah.
Like to the point of exact same angles,
right,
same lighting condition, 100%. Right. And there was definitely some liberties they took that I was not a fan of.
Sure.
But overall, I mean, it worked. So you watched it with, you had like, I would say 10 to 30% interest in even watching the show. I told you about it, which got it into your brain a little bit, is what I'm assuming. And then you were bored and you were like, oh, fuck, I'm going to try it.
So here's the deal. I went in it the opposite way of most people. The Netflix version of that show, I watched the live action. I watched with only probably watching one episode previously.
Oh, like maybe at all.
Of One Piece, right? And so I watched the whole thing. I started understanding what the appeal was in terms of the theme, because apparently they did a good job. And I was curious to see, like, they got the overall theme. Did they get it? Is it the same as the anime? So then after I binged the Netflix live action, I'm like, all right, let me see how much I can pick up from that and how it translates. Cause I was curious.
Right.
And then I got super hooked on the actual anime. And then I realized how many things they did wrong with the Netflix thing in terms of just what they skipped and character and stuff.
Frustrating.
Right. But it, like, I get it.
Understandable.
It's understandable, but it's not what it's supposed to be.
It's not what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
The thing that makes it really difficult for me personally, as like just my own opinion of the situation, is they fucked with my favorite arc.
Got it. Okay.
That is what makes me frustrated with it.
Sure.
But once again, looking at it for the encapsulated 8 episodes that they were trying to create and the story they were trying to make, it does work. I feel like they could have changed a couple of things and made it more true to the source material, and it would have been still working. But I still get it, and it works, and it fits, and you get the crib notes of what just happened in 61 episodes.
I think if they would have given us 12 episodes instead of 8 episodes,
we could have
got a little more extension on some of the other characters that they just decided to kill in a moment.
Yes.
Or just like
Dawn.
Right. Just move on.
Don Kaeg should have.
Right.
If we would have had 4 more episodes, Don Kaeg would have been in it, and I would not have been angry about Arlong showing up at the
order of events could have been done properly, and we would have been okay, right?
But I mean, they did certain characters where they changed so much crap about them, but the character was perfect.
Yeah.
Like,
they got the they really get the essence of it.
Such a good acting choice.
Yeah.
The dude on the unicycle, the buggy pirate.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Not only does he look like the human version of that character, but just like the way that he spoke to Zoro and the whole thing, like it was perfect.
Yeah.
But it's just really frustrating when it's like, you know, because there were some misses too. Like the biggest one that I feel like people that are like super fans of the show is the actor that played Shanks. He's not bad. It's just that the character has a lot of gravitas, and he had none. And I feel like that was the problem. It's like the more I've thought about it, I've even gone back and rewatched that episode.
Yeah, I need to rewatch it.
And it's one of those things where it's like, maybe it's because I'm looking back at it from where I am in the One Piece anime versus where Shanks is at during that time frame. Like, you haven't seen Shanks since you saw him in the very beginning of the anime.
We saw a couple little flashback things, and you saw him, you know, interacting with
Buggy, right?
Yeah.
Buggy. But that's all you've seen so far, right? You haven't seen him fight.
No. Have not seen him like fight.
So
right.
Maybe because I have.
Right.
I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
That's way wrong.
Sure.
So maybe that might be part of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it is a little bit of a frustration to me. But I will say at the end of the day, I want a season 2.
Yeah. Give me more content of the thing I like in a different
I
platform.
really would prefer like at least 10 episodes.
So what I mean, this 8 is because how long running this anime is and the amount of story.
And then also, I mean, we technically, I think, just finished season 2 tonight when we were watching it.
Right.
And that's 74 episodes. So it's 13 more episodes. Give me 2 more episodes of the actual Netflix rendition of it, I think. Like, yeah. Because Alabasta, it freaking is forever long. Right. And there's so many characters, and they're going to cut out so many of them.
Don't try to stick to the same like format and episode amount just to be conformity and consistent. Right. We're only going to do 8 and 8 and 8.
Well, and they also have like the situation where it's like when they're escaping, guess who's probably not going to be there? Jenga.
Yeah.
I mean, and they I don't think Hardbody is in the Netflix show either, right?
I have to rewatch the Netflix
I don't remember if he is or not. I think he is like half a second.
Because I watched the anime after, so now I'm like thinking that characters were in the Netflix show that probably weren't. So.
And because I've rewatched most of it now with you, it
blends. So,
but anyway,
yeah. So that's really. I mean, there were a lot of tries, I know, but as of recent, that they did a good job with One Piece.
I think
Rurouni
really
Kenshin they tried to do on Netflix. Apparently, they did 2 of them. I think 2.
I think there's like 3 movies.
Are they 3 now?
I want to say there's 3.
Yeah.
I will say this though. I saw a Facebook post with the actor who plays Zoro showing. It says like the king of anime renditions. Homeboy has been in like 7 different anime renditions.
That's funny. I didn't know that.
He's been in a Full Metal Alchemist one. Oh, crap. Now I can't think of any of the other ones, of course. But yeah, he's been in like 6 or 7 of them. And he usually plays one like the lead guys.
That's funny.
And I'm just like, never would have thought that.
Good looking Asian. Physique looks like it fits. So
fits
like,
well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it.
Sure.
He's definitely my favorite actor in the show.
Agreed.
Yeah.
No, actually, I actually did like.
She's really good.
Yeah.
As Nami.
Yeah. That was good. She was good as Nami.
Have you seen any throwback is not the right word. People angry coming back at, I can't think of what the phrase is called all of a sudden.
Backlash?
Thank you. I knew the word back was in it. Have you seen any backlash for the casting as far as like the nationalities?
Yeah, a little bit.
You did? Because I
from people that don't know enough about.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Because that's what I was talking about, how it's well known if you are... If you're a freaking weird fan that actually like follows Oda and actually like all of his stuff and all the kind of and like interviews with him and stuff like that, which me and Jonathan are, then you know what his casting always has wanted to be.
I crammed some research and then like just from that going to the source, like then exactly
fits so well. And like even I feel like if you don't know that he's supposed to be Brazilian,
sure,
you're just like
Luffy,
You're just like, this works.
Yeah,
this is perfect.
Yeah, the only thing I didn't like about him, like as far as appearance wise, is his eyebrows. They're just a little too big for Luffy. But that's only because of the way it's drawn versus that person, that actor nowadays. If you're being particular, right?
There's another issue. There is another issue, but it's like, the whole, how is this person related to that person? If this person is this and that person
when you're doing that,
that always bothers me.
Yeah.
consistencies.
Right.
But, you know, it is what it is. What are you going to do?
Right. Sanji, I thought that was great casting as well.
Sanji's good casting.
The hair could have been done better, I think. But
the face could have been done better.
I didn't think so.
He doesn't have like the little scruff.
Okay. Could have shaved him.
Right. They needed to not shave him.
No, because Sanji has the little...
And he has a little thing here.
The little thing.
Yeah, he has it right here.
Right.
He has the little goatee. Because he's like a little bit.
But they wanted to make him pretty. Like,
yeah, he's supposed to be a pretty boy. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. I liked it. Like I said, the only thing that I wish there was a little bit more of is hate.
Between Zoro and Sanji. Yeah, right.
Just because they're supposed to be like, they're supposed to be like the brothers that absolutely hate each other. But if you pick on them, then they'll kill you.
Right.
It's just the way they're supposed to be.
Right. Well, it's that competitiveness, right?
Yes.
Between the two of them.
Yes.
That isn't there.
Because like it's 100% one is the first mate and one is not. But like there's always like who's number two, you know?
Right.
As far as like overall power.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing that I like that you didn't like is you're gonna have to help me with the name here because I forgot. The chef Sanji's Zeph. I don't know why I couldn't think of it when it rhymes with chef. But how he lost his leg, like that whole thing, which I actually liked better. The only thing I can say I liked better was that version of it.
I understand your reasoning and I can respect your reasoning.
Yeah.
My reasoning is super dumb. Do you remember the badass version of Aquaman where he cuts off his own arm?
Yeah. So you equated it to that.
Yes.
Right.
That's the only reason why. And I equated to that 8 years ago when I freaking first saw it. So to me, it was like, what are you doing?
Sure.
He sacrifices his leg in order to save somebody. He sacrifices his leg to be able to save himself. I'm always going to have a hero complex type character. I like the tank. The tank's job is to die for the party. So I'm going to like the guy who does the sacrifice for somebody else.
Well, he did that, though, with the Netflix version.
But yes and no, because in the Netflix version, the only thing that's different than the cartoon is that he eats his own leg to survive. In both versions, he gives all the food to Sanji. So the only thing that's different is that he's so strong-willed that he can just survive without food. He's so strong-willed that he eats his own foot to be able to survive.
He's so strong-willed that he had to cut it off, saw through his own limb, and then prepare it and have to, like, you know what I mean?
Or he's so strong-willed because a kid that he just met less than 2 seconds ago is about to be injured, but because they share the same dream, he takes the chain off of an anchor, rips it around his own freaking leg, slices it off in the middle of the ocean, dives down an extra 200 feet, and then saves a boy, and then deals with not having a leg, but just a bloody stump for the next 3 months.
I see a bigger... like this guy is like committed with the whole cutting and because it fits because he's a chef too. I think that's the main reason why that like it spoke to me is like, oh, because he knows how to prepare that and how to do that and get the most out of that leg, the meat out of that leg,
right,
to survive. You know what I mean? And make it taste good. And then it gave you good dialogue for that conversation that happened, that they made happen. On the boat, you know, where he's talking about like the flavor of his leg or this, that, and the other. Have you ever had, you know?
I was talking about like the oregano shit.
No, just when he was talking about the meat, the cut of meat of his leg. He kind of gave him a little more of like this guy's a little bit nuts, distracting from trying to figure out where Luffy is. Right?
I don't remember
the Marines
talking about that
when he was sitting at the table. He prepared the nice steak. You know?
Well, yeah, when he makes the steaks for Garp. Yeah.
Right.
Because Garp is a
food. Right. Which is the only time they actually really expressed the fact that he was like a foodie, you know. So
what they're not so subtly trying to give you hints that they're related.
Yeah.
That's the only reason, because Garp does not do that in the anime at all.
Yeah.
He's not a freaking, like, he can't be bribed by meat like Luffy could.
Well, he's still in the anime, he likes food. Well, where is he introduced? He goes for like a world record donut eating
contest. No, I hear what you're saying, but
you know what I mean? So like maybe that's what they were going with, like, you know, a meal, food, you know, and they were.
It's a thing. Like I said, it's all the D's.
Yeah. I'll get there.
Yeah. You noticed though, Ace though, right?
Yeah.
His name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm picking up on it.
Yeah, you're picking up on it.
Well, the funny thing is, so in the anime, like they actually, Goldie Roger, as it blurs, they actually put gold in a lot of it, but then it's corrected later on. Like, oh no, it's actually Gold D.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't remember it ever.
The bar, Gold Roger, you know?
Really?
Yeah. And then like everyone thinks of it like that's the name, and then it's corrected by, no, it's Gold D Roger.
See, I must have forgotten about that part. That's why I was so frustrated from the first 5 minutes of the Netflix show. When I say Netflix show, I mean the live action. I was a little angry. I'm not going to lie. But it may have just been that I forgot. Because when we started watching, we started at episode 11 because you'd already watched the first 11 episodes. So I didn't see that part again.
Yeah.
Because it's been like 8 years since I saw the very beginning of One Piece.
Yeah. You know when Luffy goes to the bar, and the bar is called Gold Roger, and like even then it's a reference, and the character says like it's actually Gold D Roger.
I actually don't remember that at all.
Yeah.
It has been like a long time.
How people remember it, like it blurred, and then like
it would make sense as far as like how things go with that.
Yeah. Anyway,
but let's do some
trivia
and get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
All right. So I got one that I think you're going to know right away.
All right.
And one that there's no way in hell you know.
Okay.
So which one do you want first?
I don't care.
Okay. Let's give you a false sense of security. All right.
Okay.
It's a numbers game. It's the speed that Sandra Bullock had to keep the bus moving at to prevent it from exploding in the action film Speed.
Can I get two guesses?
Yeah, I'll give you two. Or say both the two you think it is, and I'll tell you if it's one of them.
$55.
Okay.
Where am I?
You're incorrect. That's where you're at.
Okay.
You're close, though.
I'm just trying to picture like when the little light clicks on.
I know.
With that.
It's one of those things that if the movie came out now, it would be a different speed.
This is going to bother me. That's going to bother me that I'm going to, because I'm going to hear it and I'm going to say, oh, because I remember the dialogue.
Right.
I remember.
So I know you actually really like this movie.
I do. That's why it's bothering me.
I could go either way on it. I think it's decent, but it's not like amazing to me.
I watched it even recently, and I think it's better than I thought it was when I watched it when I was younger, actually. It's frustrating. When does it arm?
This was the easy one, by the way.
I hate you.
I thought for sure you knew this off the top of your head, because I know how much you like this movie.
Yeah, it's frustrating me, man. It really is. I could have sworn it was in the 50s. I really could have. Is it in the 50s?
Yeah. Does that help you? No.
Nah. No, probably not. 52.
Nope.
Damn it.
50.
50?
Like I said, if this was a nowadays, it'd be like 75. There's no way, because like 50 miles per hour is not that fast nowadays.
It's not supposed to be about it being fast.
Right. But think about the fact that average roads used to be 35 miles per hour.
Right.
And now they're 45 miles per hour.
But it's also city. Like,
Average roads in the city used to be 35 miles per hour, and now they're 45 miles per hour.
right.
That's all I'm saying. Like, you know, it's been 40 years.
Well, damn.
I really thought you had that, bro.
It's in the 50s. It was in the right range.
No, you were close. I think that's probably what makes it even worse, though, is that you were close. It would have been better if you were like 70.
Yeah.
You would have felt better, I think.
My first guess was going to be 50. I'm like, nah, I got to bump it up 5.
Yeah, I know. That's why I figured.
Yeah. And then I'm like, it can't be just 50. Damn it.
Put these first run talk shows in order for how long they ran from shortest to longest.
Won't get this one.
I know. Ricky Lake, The Arsenio Hall Show, The Montel Williams Show, Donahue.
From longest or?
So let me, yeah, the way that it's phrased, I think is dumb. So each one of them ran for X amount of years.
Okay.
First, tell me the one that you think ran for the smallest amount of years. Then the next.
Donahue.
So you think that one was the shortest?
I don't know what it is. So
The Donahue Show? Okay. So that's wrong.
Okay.
That's the longest running one.
was Ricky Lake the Mountain
Get out of my way. Sorry. When Montel Williams used to be a motivational speaker before he got his show, that was like his big scene.
Yeah, I'm not going to know any of this.
No, you won't.
Was Ricky Lake the shortest?
No.
Was it Montel?
No.
Okay, then I don't got it. I don't have it.
All right, so let's do it this way. How many years do you think the Arsenio Hall Show was? And this is the least amount of years, by the way. Just give me a number. Throw it out there.
I would say 1 season.
5 years.
Okay. See?
So Ricky Lake is the second shortest. So how many years do you think hers was?
7.
11. Montel Williams Show, obviously more than 11. How long do you remember seeing that gorgeous man on television?
The problem is all of these shows this was the 90s. This was just, they were on.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. Like, it's tough for me to say, you know?
Oh, like I know I would have gotten 3 of them correct.
Yeah. I'll be honest. I forgot you said Arsenio Hall because I probably would have guessed that one as the shortest. And then the rest of them I would have had completely wrong.
I would have flipped 2 of them. And that's how I would have messed it up.
Yeah. I didn't know Donnie though. So.
Montel Williams, 17 years.
Okay.
Donahue, 29 years.
Don't care. Don't even know what it is.
You know who he is.
Okay.
He's the dude with the big mustache.
Sure.
Okay. You know exactly who he is. As soon as you see him, you'll be like, oh, that guy.
Got it.
He was like Maury before Maury.
Got it. Yeah, I know who he is.
He
Yeah.
also did like 60 Minutes
Yeah.
and like Dateline and all that other kind of bullshit.
Okay. Well, thanks.
So, for those of you at home, it's a numbers game.
Wow.
Oh, crap. I forgot about you. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
I hate him. I really do.
What do you got? If you say it's a numbers game, I swear to God.
It's definitely not a numbers game.
Yeah.
Definitely not a numbers game. All right. I have to. I can't say certain words and you have to guess the thing.
Okay.
Or whatever it is. So,
Sure.
All right. Without using these words. All right. Got it. Plastic thing that was inserted into a media
A media
playback device that was that came after VHS. Plastic thing that was inserted into a media playing device.
Are you talking about a DVD? Okay. The plastic part threw me off. I'm not gonna lie. That was the thing that really threw me off. I was like, plastic?
Well, what was cassette? What was the media device?
I don't. Oh, it was a DVD player. Oh, sorry. It was actually DVD player.
I needed you to say the first words to get to the second word. Yeah. I couldn't say disc, movie, player, laser, or tape.
Easiest way, the thing that came right before Blu-rays.
I said the thing that came after VHS.
Yeah, I know.
Because laser discs were simultaneous.
Yeah. So once again, porn.
Same with Blu-rays.
It's always the same.
Okay. What children's game was introduced in 1993 and featured an elephant blowing butterflies out of its trunk while you tried to catch them with a net?
Supposed to know the name of that stupid thing?
Yes.
Is it like a play on the words of elephant and butterfly?
It's really on the nose.
Like Elafly?
It's really on the nose.
Trunk.
I don't think you'll get it. Unless you knew it, I don't think you'll get it.
Dumbo fly. I don't know. What is it?
No. Elefun.
Elefun? I was close. I said Elafly.
Right.
I'm going to call
that a win that got
me.
you. The butterflies that got you.
Yeah. Utter. That's fun. That's I get it.
That's as bad a win for you as 52 is for me. Because I knew it was in the 50s. I said both of my guesses were in the 50s.
You're still so angry about that. All right, this time for reals. It's numbers game. It's the number of Mannix Natalie Merchant sang with.
It's the number of what?
It's the number of Mannix Natalie Merchant sang with.
Okay.
I have no idea what that is because I have no idea who she is. I even looked at the answer and I'm like, I still don't get it.
I have to see that.
Yeah, I'll show you in a second. It's a numbers game. Both sides. Yeah.
Oh, you're doing both sides.
It's Bill Clinton's presidential number. There is no way I ever would know any besides George Washington. One.
Lincoln?
Lincoln's number 5. Right?
What?
Is he 5 or 15? Shit. He's a multiple of 5, isn't he? No? Oh. What is he?
It's okay.
What number is he?
I think he's
Oh, see, now you don't even know.
Well, because now you're making me second guess when there's a camera on.
For some reason, I thought 5, but I know that's not right. So then I went to 15.
I went to my mind went to 16, and then I went to 14. So he's not.
Great.
He's not.
He's in the teens, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. 5 probably would have been probably like Thomas Jefferson or something.
Wow.
Because John Adams was the second president, if I remember correctly, from the Broadway show Hamilton.
I don't know. We're going to end this. We're going too far.
Quickly.
He keeps trying to pop up.
And actually, I think Thomas Jefferson was the third president.
Lincoln Lawyer keeps popping up, which is hysterical.
All right. That's the worst impression I've ever done of that.
That's really bad.
It was really bad.
And you know what the thing that keeps popping up after that? The car. Because if you don't write Abraham, all types of things.
Just put Abe Lincoln. You can put Abraham.
I understand. Thank you. Are you wanting me to do this now?
I mean, hurry up. Yeah, sure.
I got to use 2 hands then.
Oh, gosh. Do, 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 do. Damn.
That's what I thought. As I said, my first guess was 16.
Yeah, you were right.
And then I'm like, wait a second.
My first guess was 100% wrong. My second guess was just a little wrong. It's kind of like I said 55.
It's multiples 5, right?
And then I said 52. It's kind of like that.
Yeah. But still wrong, as you exclaimed.
Still wrong, but in the right ballpark.
In the right ballpark.
Oh, jeez.
He was a president, right?
It's like, he was a president, right?
Behind the penny?
Right?
I thought he was an actor.
What? It's like, no, John Wilkes Booth? No, he was born in 1945 at Fort. I know everything about him, but nothing. I'm like, wasn't he a model/actor?
Hand model. Yeah. That's funny.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all we got for this week.
All right.
And we'll see you next time.
Yeah, I hate you.
Bye.